Okay, hi. I'm doing this again because I didn't actually hit to share my screen before. So now I'm sharing my screen. And what I'm going to show you is the food lists for 80-day obsession. Okay, this looks right. And let's go to Audience Man. So I've done this before with 21-day fix, but I want to do it with 80-day obsession because it's a little bit different. And I apologize for coughing in advance. Apparently I have bronchitis, so I've been sick. All right, nutrition. I started antibiotics today, so I should start feeling better soon. So you go under nutrition and you go to container food list. I get bronchitis easy. I have asthma, so like any little cold I get easily turns into bronchitis. So here's the food list. Just like with 21-day fix, the food that's listed at the top of the list is better for you than the food that's down at the bottom of the list. So if we look here at the yellow containers, sweet potatoes and yams are better for weight loss goals than having bread and tortillas. That's true for every food group. So like in the fruit section, applesauce and tomato sauce count as fruits, but they're way at the bottom of the list. At the top are the berries, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. So if you are following the program, but you're not meeting your goals, what you should do is move up towards the top of the list. It's different for the vegan plan, and I'm going to go over that too. I'm going to go over both. All right, so that's the containers. One of the differences with 80-day obsession is after 6 weeks, you get a refeed day every other week where you get supplemental yellows. And the supplemental yellows are all that yummy stuff that you want to have all the time, like waffles and pancakes and vanilla wafers and French baguette and hamburger buns and pretzels and pasta, like regular pasta. So these yellows are not on the regular yellow list, or if they are, they're down at the very bottom. But on the refeed days, you get extra yellows, you get 4, and it's supposed to be from the refeed list. And the reason is because in phase 2, you are working harder. Phase 2 and phase 3, you're working harder. And just like when my daughter, who's on the swim team, before a swim meet, they have a pasta party the day before to carb load, or people before a marathon. Before a leg day, every other week, they're increasing glycogen stores by allowing you these extra carbohydrates the day before leg day. So, and it's because, you know, you've been at a lower carb rate for 6 weeks and you want to restore those. It's part of why I like this rather than all the people doing keto and everything. It's just so much more healthy and balanced. Nothing's really left out. The same is for proteins down at the bottom of the list. I mean, there's no refeed day for protein, but the whole bottom of the list versus top of the list. So down at the bottom of the list is things like turkey. I mean, not turkey, or things like sausage. I'm still sick. Things like sausage, and at the top of the list is things like sardines and chicken breast and turkey. Turkey is good. So if you see you're not meeting your goals, but you're eating a lot from the bottom of the list, try to move up in the list. You're more likely to meet your goals. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you the vegan list because it's different. Now I can see I'm sharing the screen. That says it up. So funny, I did that whole video without it. Okay, so nutrition, under 80-day obsession, and the vegan food list is here. I think the UK is different because the measurements are different. Okay, so here's the big difference between vegan and non-vegan is the yellows are split in 2. And for Plan A, when I did Plan A, I was allowed 2 yellow containers. For the vegan list, you are still allowed 2 yellow containers, but only one of them can be from B. You can make 2 of them from A, but only one of them can be from B. So You can see they're, different. And in A is things like buckwheat and barley, farro, oatmeal, quinoa. And in B are things like pasta and tortillas and English muffins. So that's the difference there. The other difference, obviously, is going to be the proteins. So up at the top of the list is the Shakeology, tempeh, and tofu. And down at the bottom of the list is things like peas and refried beans and seitan. I'm not even sure what that is. Stuff like beans and veggie burgers are kind of in the middle. So if you're not meeting your goals, same thing applies, where you move up in the list and you'll have better outcomes. And then in the refeed day, the supplemental yellows are exactly the same as they are for the non-vegan. Pancakes, waffles, tortillas, baguette, Rice Krispies, cornflakes. So that's in the supplemental list. And again, I'm going to show you where to find, I did this in another video, but when you look into your meal plan, it's different obviously if you're vegan or you're not vegan. So we're going to look at Plan A, non-vegan. And so on a regular day, it's 4 greens, 2 purple, 4 red, 2 yellow, 1 blue, 1 orange. On a refeed day, which starts at week 6, it is 4 greens, 4 purple, which is different because otherwise it's 2 purple, 4 reds, and 4 yellow, supplemental yellows, and then the 1 blue and 1 orange, which is the same. So that's the difference with refeed day, and it's those extra good yellows. There's some really good recipes. There's a brownie recipe for the supplemental on the Fixate cooking channel, and it's so good. It's made with black beans. Can't even tell us. I made it for me, and for Gwen had friends over, and her friends helped me make it, and they saw that we made it with black beans because they helped me make it, and they loved it. All right, and then the other one is peak week. The last week of 80-Day Obsession. It's optional, but it's what Autumn does when she was doing her bikini body competitions to look fully sculpted. That the week before competition, she would follow this meal plan, which is 5 vegetables and 5 proteins, no fruit, and only 1 carbohydrate. So just for that last week, it's not even every single day of that last week, but if you guys want to do peak week, she does explain it in the video, how she has the weekly obsession video. The week before peak week, she does explain it. So she's actually really good about explaining the meal plan in the videos. With vegan, it's the supplementals the same and the peak week's the same. So if you have any questions, as you guys know, I'm always here to ask. So the first time I went through 80-Day Obsession, I had amazing results, and a big reason for that is because I did stick to the meal plan. I was really good about it. I did it from January to April, which is like a time of year where people are good at sticking to meal plans, I think. Better than the time I'm doing it second time around, which included the summer and a 2-week vacation. And so I'm now at maintenance, so it's less of an issue. But what I do try to do, and even what I did when I did it the first time around, is during the week, our regular routines, I stick to the time nutrition plan. But on the weekends, or especially if I have an event I'm going to, like a party or something, then I actually follow To Be Mindset, which I've been giving you little tidbits of Alana's videos. She's great. She's really inspiring. She makes things like cut up cucumbers sound so delicious. But she has a lot of good tactics for dealing with social situations and social eating. So, and that's a whole other program that you have to buy separately, but I am giving you, she has a really good Instagram and Facebook page where she gives a lot of information for free. It's not the whole program. I bought the whole program, but I do find a lot of her videos very helpful. So hopefully this is helpful to you guys. And if you have any questions, I'm always here to ask. Okay, now let me stop recording. Stop share and meeting.